Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a later edition of Candid Conversations. This is episode 123, and joining us from Jamaica, well, from Indiana, but he is a Jamaican from Indiana, or he's a Jamaican living in Indiana. Sorry, let me get this correct because I didn't get the bio correct, so I want to make sure I get this correct. Kingly T, one of the artists who performed with us on the celebration of celebrations this past New Year's. And before I butcher anything else, let me bring the man on to tell us about what's going on with him. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you, and thanks for having me here.
No problem, no problem. I know we're set to start at 7, but as life happens, so do things in the background. So, you know, but anybody who's been watching this knows that they get a notification when it goes live, so they can definitely tap in and they can tune in later on Explosive North on YouTube or the Block Online on Twitter. So, and a myriad of other channels. So, how did you end up in Indiana, if we could start there?
Oh well, the first thing that got me here was I followed a woman here back then when I came, but yeah, I've been here for a while, but you know, um, my life as a musician from Jamaica. That's what I used to do, and I came here, and it's kind of a hard to get back to the full music level that I was in Jamaica, because that was I did for my whole livelihood and survival. So here's a different story. You have to really touch and go with it. You know,
Mm.
so
Hmm.
yeah,
I hear that it's like the market's a little bit more saturated.
yeah, accelerated, and it's. I mean, you have to have the right settings or the right links to really it's being feasible, if you know what I mean, to a level where you can say, okay, this is it,
Mm.
music all the way.
Yep.
So you have to have a few other things or projects or stuff to deal with to earn that income. And promoting music is not just it costs money to promote music.
Mm.
And as a recording artist, I mean, I can say so. I do a song, I have to push it. I have to find ways and means to, because you can do the greatest song, and if nobody hears it,
Yep.
yeah, it might as well don't do it.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
the machine behind the project is really essential to it going anywhere. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, we've been for the last 23 weeks, we've been working collectively as a group, team action, I call them, because we're just working to build each person's career kind of path, and each person's career relies on another person within the circle, and
Mm-hmm.
we're trying to, well, not relies on in the sense of wouldn't be without, but like each career benefits from each person's pursuits.
It's a
So
network.
yes, yes. So
Network. Mm-hmm.
um, that working establishment has created a momentum that any one of us wouldn't have on our own.
Yes, it's
So,
true.
and collective assembly, like trying to get people to work together seems to be, well, now especially is the hardest thing, unless you're going virtual. And even going virtual, there's still limitations and restrictions.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I get
yeah,
that.
it's 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 a challenge. It is a challenge. Um, what has been your biggest challenge? I know you touched base on like the amount of people difference, but what do you find is the biggest challenge with the acceptance of your music from Jamaica to America?
Yeah, well, For one thing, I mean, I live at a place right now, based at a place called Indian, and I mean, it's not a reggae place by any means, but I'm based here and I work out of here. I mean, I don't say, so to speak, market myself in Indiana. I do, but not exclusively. It's like I'm a global artist.
Okay.
So you can base anywhere and launch, but challenges is with the local scene. Some of the places that host live music, they kind of wrinkle their brow when they hear about reggae. So, but a lot of people like it. I love it, but just I don't know what it is. Some people they're not pushing it. Is not a reggae scene or a reggae place. So, but I get my live shows in here, when I really want to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just sharing the link right here. This will also be syndicated on Liquid Fire Radio. Shout out to Christy Hales. So what do you use as a motivator when you create?
I'm motivated. I didn't hear the last part of it.
When you're creating a composition or when you're making your music, what is a motivating force for you?
Okay, so making music, that's really fun for me because I never know when the inspiration comes. I remember one time I was driving a truck and the lyrics come in my head and the melody, I just have to pull off the road and stop and just take what I had there. Because if I kept going, then the idea probably gone. Well, that's how it comes. I don't know when the music comes, but I can be inspired by pretty much anything or anyone. That's all my songs. Every song I do has its own inspiration or its own level of how it came about for whatever situation or what I'm writing about, whether it's something that really happened to me in life or something I've observed. Because over the years, I mean, we absorb things in our system, in our head, and well, for me, it comes out in music. Okay. Whatever I observe at some point, I'm gonna write a song about something. So that's how it works for me.
Okay. What genre of music that you haven't tried before would you be interested in?
But right now, I'm pretty much open. I'm a reggae artist, but I'm open because I'm collaborating with hip hop people, R&B, and I'm also switching my next song that will be coming out. My next release is gonna be a R&B type of remix to one of my reggae songs. So, I mean, I'm pretty much open. The only music I don't really think I would really try to do something with is like traditional classical music, but not to put it down, but it's the kind of rigid music, because I like feel and swing,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Just looking at okay, here's another one. What genre of music would you say reggae is most comparable to?
Well, reggae has an evolution, and if we're gonna look back at where it started from the rock steady. No, sorry. Before that, it was ska. Ska was faster because the music slowed down. The ska was up there. If you can remember, you can still hear the ska music pretty much a lot. But it was up that tempo, and then it dropped down to rock steady to a slow tempo, and then it dropped down to reggae. So it's an evolution of the music that came to reggae from ska, rock steady to reggae music. Um, Comparing reggae, um, I wouldn't. I would say that the reggae has some strong blues influence in some of it, um, and yeah, some of it has some kind of a rock too. So I mean, it's bits and pieces of things here, but there's no music like reggae.
True. True. Well, I can agree. I just, like to get perspective on things. Um, oh, there's so much more to music than, people give it credit for. It's like if you're running around handing out your resume to businesses, it's one thing. But if you go around with your demo to companies, it's another. It's the same
Yeah,
thing, really. It really is if you look at it. But
it's the same thing. It's business.
it's business. But
It's business.
if anything, it's harder to make a demo than it is to write a resume.
Oh yeah, a resume is easy because you can copy and paste. You can just go online and get samples of a resume and do it. The
Mm-hmm.
music is so unique. You can't do that because you have to match your style of what you're gonna present to people really
Exactly.
well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like you can tell when it's not natural to the person.
Mm-mm.
The music style isn't natural to the person. It's like there's some things that I've tried before and just like, I mean, I've done death metal before. And
Mm-hmm.
it works because of the depth of my voice, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can do it. I mean,
It was fun too.
I get to the point, David, where I don't put the borderline on the music anymore. I just do a song, and whatever it comes out to be, even though, I mean, so a lot of people like they pretty much label me as a reggae pop artist
Okay.
because my songs are not like the everyday reggae music you're hearing. Most of them is they're different, and it's have influences of pop and other types of music in there. But that's why I don't. If I'm making a song, I just make it, and then what comes out, that's what comes out.
True. And I
Yeah.
guess and I'm glad I'm hearing this because sometimes I think I put a little bit more weight on like the style of song that I'm making and try to keep it in like a specific lane when I can fluctuate. I mean, there's a couple of songs where I've just experimented and done a little bit of reggae with a little bit of hip hop, and then there's songs where I've just been rigid. And I find the songs where I've been more relaxed turn out better and are more enjoyed by the people.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
songs
You feel.
songs I didn't even expect to caught, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just like I'm gonna make this foolish song right here, and anybody that knows it, like whenever they see me at a performance, it's like they'll recite the chorus to the song. You know what I mean? Kind of just in jest, and I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted though. So bingo.
Yeah.
So
Well, like my song, "When You Smile," this song is doing really good now. I mean, like I said, this song, um, it's out there. It's chart. It's on an indie chart up at number 9, and it's getting a lot of streams. I mean, on Spotify alone, it has almost 50,000 streams, and Haplit has a lot of streams, thousands. YouTube, um, SoundCloud, streams are building up on this song, and this song is pretty much was done by a hip hop producer, R&B producer, the producer that um, gave me this idea with this song, and I wrote the song over what he gave me, and I dropped some guitar solos in more like a traditional type of Jamaican style, mento style,
mhm.
and it comes out different. I mean, I never heard another song like it.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just I don't put in the boundaries on the music anymore, man. It's limitations, and I know you have the diehard people when they say, okay, this is what we are roots rock, this reggae, and this is all we're gonna do. I respect them, you know.
Yeah.
And I understand the way they feel, but I'm different, you know. I'm not that type of person. I'm pretty much open with the music.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That allows you to create more.
Yeah.
It's true. All right. So now, what's the weather like out there?
Oh, it be cold. I mean, I think now we probably got. I mean, Indiana is a it fluctuates. I mean, you there's a saying here that says, if you don't like the weather in Indiana, um, stick around because it will change. I mean, you go inside the building and you walk outside the door. It was sunny hot, and you go out and it's snow or freezing or. But right now, if you can look, I can even look at the weather here and see where we have now. At this point, we're at 39 degrees, so it's pretty warm up from. I mean, a few days ago it got down to like 5 or 90.
Ooh,
You know, you know,
ooh.
yeah.
Oh man, that's madness. Now I think we're like, let me see where we're at right now. We're at 2 right now, but that's 2
Whoa.
Celsius. That's 2 Celsius though. That's like what, the 38, 40 Fahrenheit, somewhere around there.
Oh, you Celsius. Okay.
Yeah, we're Celsius up here.
Yeah. I'm
So it's
talking
like,
Fahrenheit, so yeah.
yeah, that's why I said, whoa. We got a long way to zero down there.
Mm.
Oh man. So it's madness. So like, what do you do for recreation when you're not making music?
Right, pretty much. I teach music too. And I do a job. You know, I do some Amazon work. Um, that's work wise, but yeah, I mean, hang out. You know, maybe watch few movies or you know read or stuff like that.
Okay.
But spend time with my other significant other. Whatever I need to do. But yep,
Okay. What
I
is
try to have
some
it fun. You know.
true, true. What here's a question. What is something that everyone should know about you?
Well, just know that King Letty is King Letty, and if you're gonna check my music out, I don't expect to hear what everybody else is doing. All right, it's like okay, for King Letty, every song is different, or every song is unique in its own way. So you're never gonna be bored. I mean, if you hear one song and you might not like that song, you go listen to another one. You might, just my mood changes. So
Mm,
just know that you
okay.
never know what to expect.
That's what's up.
We don't follow the blueprint.
Ah, okay. All right. All right. I like that. I like that. So are there any artists out there that you would like to collaborate with or have done collaborations with that need notable mention?
Yeah, well, I'm doing a lot of collaborations. I've been doing some, but yeah, I wouldn't mind collaborating with um, some artists of other genres. Maybe somebody from R&B or pop. I mean, it'd be nice to get one of the big names eventually to do something with. I don't know how that, but we see.
Mm,
But yeah,
all
I don't
right.
have a particular name in mind, but
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Uh, all right. Cool. Cool. Um, so projects that you're working on, upcoming I don't know how the venues are running down there. Everything's shutting down up here. But do you have any projects on the go?
Yes, I have a number of stuff. Well, I have a few collaborations in the making right now, and I have a song coming out. I'm holding back on the release date. I'm just trying to see when I want to release, because this one song I have out now is doing so well, and I want to just put another song out right off the bat. I want to see how far this song's gonna go. But I was thinking of probably February next month or March. I will release this R&B remix of one of my songs I did.
Okay.
And right now I'm working on a collaboration with we're writing a song together with an African artist. I also have something. It's a producer, such a record label person that wants to collaborate and do some work with me. So that's in the making. Not to say anything much about it yet until I'm sure it's everything is set.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a number of stuff, and I'm just going with the flow.
Okay. That's what's up. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you just gotta know what's going on and kind of hold your cards to your chest because if too many people hear it, you know,
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want.
I mean, I don't want to say too much. I can just give you hints and say, yeah,
Yeah.
this is what I'm working on, but I don't want to say, hey, yeah, this is this person. I'm gonna do this with and that, and
You know what I mean? And then something
yeah,
happens, something changes,
yeah.
and oh, I thought you were going to. Now listen, man, life happens, bro. You know what I mean? I've
Yeah.
adopted that phrase, or that saying, life happens. You just got
Mm-hmm.
to keep living.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. So as basic as it sounds, it's very hard hitting.
Yes.
So
Read.
it's just a matter of looking at the things that are going well and how we can improve on them.
One day at
So
a time. One day at a
yeah.
time. You know what? Just work on the now project
Hmm.
and plan for the tomorrow project. But take it one day at a time because things might change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you never know what.
Mm.
Never know what. I mean, like, I've had some changes happen around here, and I'm still adjusting to them. And it's just like, well,
I know how that goes, man.
didn't expect that
I
to
know how that
happen.
goes.
Okay, now that
Sometimes a bomb dropped on you, man. Sometimes you have all these things set and everything look right,
bro,
and
nuclear,
somebody walks you and drop a bomb, and then
nuclear, and it's worse when it's someone close. It's worse when you know what I mean? It's like, wow,
yeah,
didn't see that coming. Excuse me while
no,
I pick up my skin.
you have to go. You have to go pick up the pieces again and start from
Yeah,
scratch, man. And build somewhere else.
yep,
It
yep.
happens.
It does, and
Mm.
it's a shame because you know, there's so many ways to react to things, and like nowadays with image being so important, and especially in the entertainment business and
Mm.
online and in the media, it's like if I react how I really wanted to react, I don't know how many people want to associate with me. So let me just find a better way. Let me just find a better way to deal with this. And then
Yeah,
when I find it, I'll actually open up all of the emotion that I'm penting up. But until then, I'll just laugh every time I think about it because it's
yeah.
much
That's the
better
best
for me.
thing to do, because you don't want to stress because stress is not good.
No, no.
So we take everything with a smile. I mean, brush. If I fall, I get up, brush myself off, smile, and I keep going, man.
No,
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm not letting it be sidetracked. If I have my focus and my view ahead of me, and I know where I want to go, and I'm going there. And if I fall on the way or it pushes, I'm going back on my track. I'm not stopping because
Mm,
I'm determined like that.
yep. It's
Yeah,
a good way to be. It's a good way to
yeah.
be. and then it motivates the people around you to be better themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, like if I'm walking around like Eeyore, you know what I mean, everybody around me is gonna be like, oh, woe is me. You know what I mean? But if I'm hopping around like Tigger, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, what a wonderful word for Tiggers. Tigger's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. I mean, over the years in music business, I mean, I came across a lot, you know. There's just people try to put you down and people try to, you know, discourage you from doing what you're doing. And if you listen to them I mean, the way I see things, if somebody says something, you try to find sense out of what they're saying. If it makes sense, then you're gonna get better. That's how I improve myself, because you know I take everything what somebody might say and find something out of it. I say maybe I can do that and make this better. You know, because there's always room for improvement in life.
The road to
Yeah.
success is always under construction.
Yeah. So never feel like I think I can learn from the newborn baby. You know, something.
Yes. How you
Yeah.
mean? Oh, wait, hold on. If you mean if I curl my mouth like this, I can project my cries louder? I'm telling you, whenever I hear a baby crying and I see like the embarrassed parent looking around, I just go, oh, well, their lungs work very well. Look at that.
Yeah.
And then they kind of ease up, just like, oh, okay, good. You know what I mean? Like, no, I was a loud baby. I was a big baby. Oh, yeah. I owe my mom big time. I was 10 pounds at birth, and it was natural.
So you never lost that bigness.
No. I went to a bar the other day, and I had someone walk up to me like this, and they're just like, wow, you're a big boy. And I'm just like, yeah, so they tell me. You know what I mean? And he's just like, how'd you get so big? And I'm just like, I ate cornmeal growing up.
Yeah. Good food.
Good food, you know what I mean?
Good
and then
food.
when I say food, I have to emphasize, it's like, and when I say food, I don't mean just food. I mean like yam and banana and coconut and breadfruit and them kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. The real,
real roots food where
roots
cassava
food,
and
yeah.
things, you know, you gotta build up yourself on them. Iron chocked with minerals.
The herd food. Herd food. That we grew up on.
Yeah, man. We have oh geez, acres down there that we're working on right now. And it's like down in Jamaica.
Tell me something, David. You're from Jamaica?
Yes. Well, born in Canada, but parents are Jamaican.
Oh, okay.
God. This has been one of the biggest conflicts in my entire life. I even did a mini series called Conflicts of a Jamaican Canadian Conscience. Because growing up, because my parents were born in Jamaica, I claimed the Jamaican heritage, right? But I was told as a kid I was born in Canada, so I'm Canadian. So then I adopted the Canadian heritage, to which other members of my family said, what's wrong with you? You fool, awa. Your parents are Jamaican, so that makes you a Jamaican. So every time I had a major situation to figure out, like even when I went to play my first instrument, I'm just like, okay, what would a Jamaican play? You know what I mean? And then it's like, what would a Canadian play?
You have to contemplate in there.
You know what I mean? So I have this series called the Conflicts of a Jamaican Canadian Conscience, and basically I'd go through like different scenarios from the Jamaican perspective and from the Canadian perspective, and it got a good bit of a following until I started to say, okay, you know what, I want to save some of these ideas for an actual sitcom and play them out over like 5 minute series. So I'm just building that up as we speak.
So how's the balance now? Where you see the scale tipping now?
The scale is tipping. I think I found a happy medium where it's like certain, like, okay, for example, like when I'm really, really happy, I express myself like physically, but it comes out like you see my yard side, so to speak.
Yeah, yardie style,
The
Jamaican
yacht,
style.
you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
starts to
man.
come out like when I'm in the dance and the thing, like you know what I mean, and things are going and you see the yard confidence and things.
Yeah,
Or if like I have like this, it's like a needle like this kind of thing. It's like one of those needles because it's like if I'm
yeah.
on the phone, I start off with a good afternoon, like good morning. How are you today? My name's David Tyrell. I'd like to address the concern that your organization has responsibility over. Oh, okay. You don't want to take responsibility over this, but it says here that it's your responsibility. Okay, but what you tell me now? Yeah, tell me say I know your business. Cause, cause the city, right? Yes, I tell me say I feel business, and
Yeah,
you tell me say I no feel business, and people higher than you tell me say I feel business. So
yeah, man. That's a fine, because sometimes that's why I find I have to slow down
mhm,
talking, because when I start talking fast, the people don't claim they don't understand what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah, they're going
So
ignorant. They know, but they're just like, oh my goodness, wow.
yeah.
Like my good friends, like they know when I'm hot, and they're just like, you want to chill? I was like I don't normally chat patois like in my
Hmm.
day to day, but
Hmm.
like if you catch me chatting patois, it's because I'm hype on something or
Hmm.
I'm really vexed about something.
Hmm.
it's just
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
a
a,
little escape route. It's a little channel where you can go.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because sometimes I don't want them to know what I'm saying. To tell you the God honest
yeah.
truth.
That's me too. When I don't want him to know, I say, man, you know what? Don't tell me nothing, man. Just go on where I go and leave me alone, and you know.
Yeah.
And
You
they
tell
don't
me
understand what I'm saying, but they know that it's not
mm,
something nice.
if it gone on pull up on your mama about
Them kind of weird. I them use it because then they start to tremble, because if we use the that too much power.
But one thing I'll never understand about the whole dialect of the Caribbean culture, the Creole and everything is why is an outfit a profanity? Like I remember one time I heard blouse on skirt and I was just like, okay. So I in my mind was like, okay, we're just describing an outfit. So what's that over there? And I was in the closet. I was like looking at the closet. I was like, it's a blouse on skirt. And I was talking to my cousins.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy, did my David, where are Christopher? I but but I I'm just pointing at the
Yeah.
clothes. And I thought, okay, fine, I won't do that. Then the scientific terminology, grew up studying biology in grade 9. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay. So my teacher says blood clot, and I bust out laughing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Bust out laughing. David, what's so funny? I said, that's a curse word in the Caribbean.
Yeah. You don't know. You don't know.
So I go home and I'm like, Mom, I finally figured out what a blood clot is. We are cussing at the house of I said, no, it's a scientific term. Listen me. Me tell you say this. Anytime you said that they word in that this your house, yeah, is a cuss. So you better mind.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's funny how the word that we're using down here, the man. It's like, I mean, and they have so much power, because like what they use here, I mean, it doesn't have enough as much power as when we in Jamaica and hear a man cross the road and the man say, "Boy," and it's like a heck across the road, man. There's so much
mm,
power in them words.
so much.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the next thing that we mastered is the silence.
Hmm.
My dad, I'm telling you, love this man to life, but he confused the fuck out of me, pardon my language. Like, I'd be down the hall in my room, making noise, just boom, boom, boom on the wall, boom, 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 bouncing the ball off the wall, boom, boom, boom. David! No, sorry, that's not his voice. David! That's better.
Yeah.
David!
Yeah.
Yes, Dad? And he goes silent for like 45 seconds. And then all I hear is, oh.
Yeah.
And it's like, what am I supposed to gather from that? Where,
Well,
like,
that is just a warning type of a thing.
exactly. And I'm like,
He's like, check is a check, you know, it's a check.
you know, and
Yeah,
I'm just like after a few years, I realized he just wanted me to stop, and I'm just like,
yeah,
okay, I get it now.
yeah.
But oh man, I'm telling you, it's good times, good times. So, what's your
So,
favorite instrument to play and listen to?
well, I'm a guitar. That's my first instrument. I'm a guitar player. That's my major instrument. That's what I'm a graduate from the Jamaica School of Music, and I majored in
Okay,
guitar.
all right.
But over the years, I've picked up because actually I'm teaching music here, and actually teaching 5 different instruments. Not
Okay,
very advanced, but I teach drums, bass, piano, and ukulele and guitar.
that's 5 different
So
languages in my books.
yeah, but I'm not gonna say I'm very good at all these instruments, but I'm a guitar. That's my main. Yeah, but
Okay,
I can teach them all the
okay,
instruments.
all right. Okay, we're about we're just past the halfway mark of the show. And usually when it gets to this point, I like to give the guest the opportunity to ask some questions. I call it flipping the script.
Yeah,
So, is there any questions that you may have of me?
for them.
Yeah, like any questions you have to ask me. We're looking to see, there's no one in the chat right now, but there's a couple people watching. So, like, I like to give control to the guests from time to time because,
Yeah, let
we've
them
been talking.
let them get involved, and you
Yeah,
know whatever questions they have, just shoot them.
yeah. Anybody in the chat or anybody watching, you can get to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and all of that. What I was saying was, do you have any questions you'd like to ask me at this time
Oh,
about like anything really?
well, you know, what about your musical plans and collaborations and stuff like that? What you have in the makings?
I said this year I'd like to do more collaborations. If I could bang out like on the low bar, if I could bang out one significant collaboration a month for the year with an artist I haven't already worked with, that would be a good goal for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with everything that I have going on, including the magazine and the recording studio. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Cool.
like that to be a good benchmark. And if you're open to a collaboration with myself, then I'd be more than willing to work on one with you.
I think
Um,
that's very interesting. It would be very interesting, man.
yeah, and I don't use profanity in my compositions. I don't understand how you can take so much time to write something and every other word is profane. We'll
Yeah,
talk about
I don't do that. No, I'm conscious and clean, bro.
yes, exactly,
Mm.
exactly.
I don't deal with any. If you're gonna do that, anybody's gonna say they want to do something with Kinglity, you have to know that it's gonna be clean and conscious. Yeah.
Definite. Yeah. All right. I guess the people are shy in the chat. It's all good. It's all good. Um, I would like to invite you out to the Terrell Effect so that we could actually feature your music. Candid Conversations is where we show the artists behind the art, talk
Mm-hmm.
about their pursuits and their developments and their
Mm-hmm.
endeavors. But on the Terrell Effect on Saturdays at 12 p.m., we highlight and showcase the artist and their art.
Yes, that
So
would be fine. Good, man. I would
yeah,
love to do that.
yeah, that I think that would be fun because I mentioned earlier in the podcast, and I definitely sang your praises on the Terrell Effect after the day after on New Year's Day. You were one of the people who performed for the celebration of celebrations. So, how was that for you? Like, what was your, I guess, mentality? And you had one of the longer sets, actually. I think you had the longest set
Yeah,
of the show.
it was a fun time, for me. And it's a newly put together band that we work together, and that was the second show, I think, third show.
Okay.
Yeah, so It was fun time.
Good, good. I'm
Hmm.
glad. I appreciate it. I have three, at least three more shows along those lines. I want actually no, four. I'm sorry. There's a show on the 25th of January. There's a show on the 14th of February. That's a Valentine's themed show. Then a show on the 21st
Hmm.
of February, and then we're planning one for the summer.
Hmm.
So if any of those sound interesting to you, then by all means we can talk about it after the fact, just putting it out there over the air
You said these
because
are Saturdays?
no. One is let me look them up.
Saturdays is good for me. Saturdays.
Okay, Saturday would be the next Terrell Effect, but even then I have to look at the next available date, which would be the next open Terrell Effect is on March 12th.
Is that Saturday?
That's a Saturday.
I could do that.
Okay, so I will book you in right here. Yeah, MJ Savino has me booked up for both Candid Conversations and the Terrell Effect through the month of January, or through the month of January and February. So I got to thank her for hooking me up, and Reggae Works PR.
Big up Jennifer. Big up every time.
Large up, yes. I'm telling you, like there are a few people that keep me on my heels, bro, and she is one of them.
Oh yeah, she will do that. And with her, she don't pull the punches, you know.
No, she's
You want to tell it like it is, and that's
there's
her thing.
haymakers. It's like I don't like your opinion.
Yeah.
I disagree with this.
Yep. Wow. Yeah, sure. Right at you, man. Hmm.
But she's funny too, though. So it's not like she's just, what I mean. Just it's not like she just disagrees with everything. She's funny. She's got a sense of humor. She's got a good head on her
Yeah. I
shoulders.
mean, even she's funny, but she's telling you like it is. Well, haha,
Yep.
but.
It's like I can tell when I say something stupid. She just takes a breath and just. It's like she's still considerate of my sensitivities.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was talking today and I said something about the UK and I was just like, oh no. And I just kind of tiptoed around that statement and I'm just like, did I land on any mines? She just laughed.
Hmm.
Oh, it was good. So yeah, so okay, so going back on those dates, the 25th is a Tuesday. The 14th is a
You said the
Tuesday.
March 12th, right?
Yeah, March
Saturday.
12th. March
Yeah.
12th is Saturday. So
Yeah.
no, January 25th is a Tuesday. February 14th and 21st are Mondays. And then what was the next one that I said? And then March 12th is the Terrell Effect. So
Yeah, I've definitely been done for March 12th. And
okay.
if you want anything before that, it's like this time, like 7. Uh,
Okay. Now I gotta call my dad about some business in Jamaica. Okay. Okay. So yeah, March 12th. If you could send me or have Jen send me your like the songs that you want to play, as many as you can, or as many as you feel. The show's about an hour and a half.
hmm
I have a few artists that come on and like I can play the whole show with just their music. But I like to mix in some of the other artists too, so you can see
Well, if you're
how.
talking about a King T, my music is not a catalog anymore. It's a library. I have a lot of music. I mean, we could easily play at 2 hours or more of King T,
Okay.
but we can mix it however we want to. It's not,
All
yeah.
right, all right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So then yeah, by all means, exposethenorth@gmail.com. Let me send you my link. You can use WeTransfer.
Mm-hmm.
to send it. Just let me know when you send it so I can download it within a couple of download it when you
The
send it.
time, yeah, the time span,
Yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh man, madness. So much is happening. It's just like, um, we still have a few more minutes, but I still want to take the time to thank you for again your energies and your participation in some of these, excuse me, some of these projects that have been happening. I mean, there's just so much that we can do when we work together, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to show people, like, doesn't matter where you are, as long as you want to be somewhere, you can get there.
Mm-hmm.
As
There's
long
always
as
a
you,
way.
there's always a way. Like
Always a way.
my story is an interesting one. Like 10, 11 years ago, I was living in my van. You know what I mean? Now I'm in a 3-bedroom condo
See?
with 3 floors. Got
Yep.
my own car.
Yep.
You
That's
know
how
what I
it is,
mean?
man. It's life.
Yeah,
Me and don't look at the guy down there scraping from the garbage pan today, because
nope,
I mean, you don't know. You know, next day you see him, or next week or month, this guy might be up in the king's house or somewhere. You know,
exactly.
so it's life. You know, it's a cycle, and it's just like, we just have to cast our bread on the water, and sow good seeds, man.
Yep, yep,
Sow good seeds, and you will reap.
yep.
You will reap the benefits.
It's like there's situations where it's like you think that I'd be wishing ill towards people. It's like, no, I wish them the best because I
Oh
want
yeah,
better for myself.
now the time. I don't have time to. Um, I don't have time for the negative energies and spreading that kind of stuff,
No,
because it's really not getting you anywhere but down.
exactly. You're just bringing yourself down
Mm.
with them. It's like my dad always told me, careful what you wish on someone because it's gonna happen to you first.
Yeah, when you dig in a pit, man. One of my
Yep.
friend told me, when you dig a pit, don't dig one, dig two, but make sure you dig yours first before you dig the
Mm.
other person's. In case you don't fall.
Mm. Mm. Because even when you dig in the first pit, how are you gonna get back out of it?
Yeah, I know.
You know what
But
I
that's
mean?
how serious it is, man. You dig a pit, you and the one gonna probably fall before the other person.
Hmm. Yep. Yep. It's true.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. I'm sitting here and it's like, okay, I've done my good deed for the day.
All right, me too.
Save someone a couple $100, or at least 100. I say someone at least $100 on a tow. But then again, they save me like $100 on a phone line. So it's like, I'll take it. I'll take it. I like when
Cool.
things work out for everybody involved. Win-win situations are what we are about.
All right. When can we see that you're saving this?
This is live right now, and I can
Mhm.
send you the link that will
Mhm.
give you access to it.
Oh, cool.
I'll send you. Actually, let me send it to you right now. So you'll have it for after. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
There's no
I
problem.
got it.
Yep. All right. So yeah, and you'll be able to restream it. And if you go to repost it and you have an issue, let me know. It's probably a setting that I have to adjust.
Well, this live stream was new to me, but no, I understand. I
Okay.
mean, so I don't think I will have any. I mean,
Yeah.
this thing is a Chrome. It doesn't like the Safari and all that.
No.
Yeah.
Safari's a little the tech is a little sophisticated. I call it snobby tech.
Hmm.
It's like Apple wants Apple to do Apple things, and if you're not doing
Yeah,
Apple
Apple.
things,
Yeah, they in their
mm,
own scope.
they're good for what they're good for, but they're
Mm-hmm.
not good for me because I work with a lot of indie artists,
Mm-hmm.
and they have an encryption on their cell phone and their computer that doesn't allow you to transfer non-purchased songs
Mm-hmm.
to the device. So it's just like I had a 3-year battle with them and Rogers because I'm paying $1,500 for this phone, I'm paying, you know what I mean, $3,000 for this computer, and I can't get the music that I make from my computer to my phone.
Yeah, that's yeah.
What are you saying to me right now?
Yeah, that's kind of a like, it's like a man-angling situation. They kind of like that. That's why I never had the iTunes. I had it on my computer, and I took it because that kind of attitude where it will take over all your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love iPhones though. I mean, that's the
Like,
one thing.
don't get me wrong. Outside of that, they're a
Mm,
phenomenal device. Like for a doctor or a lawyer or like a
mm,
musician who like is willing to like, you know what I mean, who doesn't specifically care about that particular function. It's a great device. But for
yeah.
me, I said, no. I need too much for this. I need this to do much more than it's able to do for me. So I just had to go back to Android.
Mm. I love iPhone. I mean, I don't know. It's just once I go to the iPhone, I just can't see myself going back. But for other devices, I still use my Windows for my PC. You know, um, I know a lot of people like the Mac. I've never gone into the Mac computers yet. Um,
Had one for 12 years. It just crapped out on me like 2 years ago.
hmm.
So they're workhorses. They can work, and it probably would have went longer if I had maintained it better. But for the time that I had it, it did its job. So yeah. Before we head out, is there anybody you want to thank or shout out?
First, I have to big up Jen Cheshire, because she's the one that provided the link up with me and you. So,
Mhm.
and she's a workhorse. She helps a lot of artists, and I want to shout her out, and I want to shout out all the people, the people who support King Letty and love my music, and I want to shout out and big them up, and have them know that King Letty coming with a lot more good stuff in the makings coming up. So let's stay locked in to locked in and keep your ears open and the eyes open, because I'm going to be updating and let people know what's going on. And
Mhm.
all musicians, singers, and players of instruments, blessings, and keep doing the work. Because don't worry about the downtime now, because music is what's going to save the day. I mean, no matter what kind of problem people have, um, the world without music. Imagine that. There's no world without the music. So know that you're important, and people want to hear your stuff.
Mhm.
Singers and players of instrument, big up.
A
Yeah.
positive message, a positive vibe. Another thing before you head out, what is something you would tell yourself? What is something based on your experience that you've cultivated through the time you've been doing music? Would you tell yourself when you first started?
Well, I tell myself that whatever I do, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. I don't want to just settle for just being another person.
Hmm.
So I bring myself out to the maximum level of what my abilities are, and that's how I go about it.
Okay, that's blessed. That's another motivational message, indeed, indeed. All right, so yeah, man, this has been an interesting conversation, a candid conversation, episode
Yes.
123 of Candid Conversations with Kingly T. Shout outs to everybody doing your thing. I want to extend my appreciation for everyone who's taking the time to pop in, look at what's going on, listening on Liquid Fire Radio, has a hand in the promotion of the project. You know what I mean? Gotta thank Jenny and Ariana. Also got to thank Jen Cheshire. You know what I mean? Big ups to Team Action. That's Ace Smith, Greg, Lushy, Stevie. Um, and yeah, everybody's doing their thing, like the Johnny Armani's, the private name, private numbers. You know what I mean? The Kingly Teas. Just lodge up yourself and keep your head on. We'll
Blessings, David, and looking forward to the next time. We can do something.
yes,
So, a lot
March
of
12th.
blessings and respect.
March 12th. Send me a pic so I can make a promo for it, please.
Yes, I will, sir.
All right, King. Bless
Blessings
up.
and love.
Yes, King.
Peace. Highly,
All right.
highly. Yes.
All right. Cool, cool. So, yes, that has been another episode of Candid Conversations. Like I said, thank y'all for watching. Bless up. We out.